The Catholic Church in Ghana has stood as a steadfast companion in the nation's journey of growth and development. Through our parishes and dioceses, our schools and hospitals, our social centers, and local initiatives, we have walked shoulder to shoulder with our people, rejoicing in times of promise and standing firm in seasons of adversity. Whether through education, healthcare, agriculture, peace building, humanitarian relief, advocacy, credit, financial credit for the poor and the excluded, our mission has remained unwavering, namely to defend and uphold the dignity of every human person, guided by the gospel and the principles of Catholic social teaching.
Thank you.
Our purpose in gathering today, as explained by the Episcopal Chair of Caritas, is not simply to recall this legacy, but to chart a new course. We know the global landscape of development is shifting. Donor priorities are evolving. Aid resources are becoming more constrained. And the challenges that confront our communities are deepening in complexity. Confronted with this reality, we have chosen not to retreat, but to respond with courage and vision. Out of an honest appraisal of our strengths and shortcomings, we have crafted a strategic framework 2025 to 2030 as a bold blueprint for institutional renewal. This framework is not a mere rhetoric. It is a concrete program of reform. It calls us to strengthen governance, refine systems, and enhance our capacity for monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. It commits us to the highest standards of due diligence, value for money, and a demonstrable impact. In practice, this means fortifying the assistant development offices, adopting tools that ensure results are carefully tracked, and centering local leadership in all that we do. We aspire to serve as a uniquely credible, community-rooted, and a locally led partner, one that is deeply grounded in the wisdom of Catholic social teaching and enriched by the solidarity of the global Caritas family. Vision and reform by themselves will not suffice. We also know that whilst we are making very careful efforts to be self-supporting and self-reliant, we still need aid. We need assistance. The trials before us, poverty, inequality, climate change, displacement, and the struggle for sustainable livelihoods demand deeper alliances and a shared responsibility, especially with our donor partners. This is why you, our partners and companions, are gathered here. We seek not only benefactors, but also co-creators of change. As we have gathered here, we invite you to invest not simply in projects, but in a shared mission to nurture a Ghana where dignity, justice, and peace cease to be lofty aspirations and rather become a lived reality of every citizen. Yes, as the Episcopal Chair has said, we share this development with all Ghanaians. We work and the resources of our donor partners have been able to do. The very positive impact it has made on this nation. They appreciate that, the governments, they continue to do that, and they continue to encourage us to do that. So let this gathering be more than a conference. May it be the dawn of renewed collaboration, honest dialogue, and imaginative partnerships that rise to meet the urgency of our times. Together, let us ensure that the Catholic Church's development mission in Ghana not only endures, but flourishes, touching lives, transforming communities, and bearing ever more radiant witness to the gospel in action. On behalf of the bishops, I thank you all sincerely. May Almighty God bless our common labor, to give dignity to the human race. God bless us all. Thank you for your attention.
Many thanks, my Lord Bishop, for that rather uplifting message. The Irish have a very interesting sense of humor. And they say that, especially in a situation of contention, when somebody says, do you know who I am? The answer is, if you don't know who you are, I can't help you. But our keynote speaker is somebody we want to know. He has a tall list of accolades and achievements. In fact, if we decided to read even a quarter of it, it will be half of the program itself. But suffice it to say that he is a friend of mine, but that's not what is most important. He's an economist and currently a member of the governing board of the Bank of Ghana. He's also a trustee of the NAT Teachers Fund, LBG. He used to be the head of the Department of Economics at the University of Ghana, Legon. various advisory roles and academic roles across Africa, not least being visiting a lecturer at the joint faculty for electives under the
Anglophone Africa, organized by the African Economic Consortium. In addition, on the PMA committee, an external examiner, University of Cape Coast. Prof has professional contributions extending to a member of the board on several key institutions. These include being on the board of the Means Business Council of Economic Policy Analysis Group Center. He used to be commissioner at the National Commission and served as chairman of books.
The analyst, chief analyst for now, we don't know whether it is alive or a comatose USAID. But he would prefer to be known to be the proud husband of Auntie Christina and the father of two, but they are no longer children, Sheila and Cyril. Please help me with a round of applause to now invite to the podium Dr. Faith Augustine.
Let me tell you what to do. Yeah, bring it.
Good morning. That's what happens when I have realized that today is not extensive protocols. So I will stand on the existing protocols established. His Excellencies, my Lord Bishops,
Yeah. So you.
first I must say that I am
Okay.
privileged
Was everybody will come?
to be invited to present the keynote address country on this occasion, where we would want to improve resource envelopes for Caritas and reimagining the work of Caritas in particular. When I received the invitation then the they sent me all the strategic framework. After going through, because there was, as I saw it when I read it, very little value addition that I could bring in, because they have substantially covered everything. In particular, I wondered what value was left to be added when Dr. Joseph Abasu, also a very good friend, skillfully led the process with dedication and expertise, steering it to a successful. In fact, the earlier presentations by the bishops, those referring, also strongly reinforce this point that the work has been beautifully done. My duty over here, therefore, is to be like Thomas and Philip in John 14, 5 and 8. Let me paraphrase. The Lord said that he was going to go away to the Father. Then Thomas quickly retorted, where are you going? You don't know the way, so you are going. So, then when the Lord tried to answer, Philip just jumped in and said, you just show us the Father and that will be enough. So if they see in the Lord, then they have seen the Father, which was the beginning or an aspect of the Trinitarian, value that we Catholics attach to the Trinity Christ. So my duty over here would be to provoke the issues, and with the expertise around, they will expatiate on the issues. We are fulfilling the church. The hope you offer requires you as an institution to continually enter into situations that drive people who are on the margins, primarily not as a result of their own doing, but rather as systemic, institutional, or economic inequalities, not to despair, through advocacy and concrete practices, lead them on the path that ends in their